Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel, the only channel that has the latest Juventus news in English. Before we start, subscribe to my channel, leave a video, leave a comment, like the video, and let's start. There is not much to report beyond the great victory of Inter Milan against Barcelona, but I'm not the right person to comment, but I'm always happy that an Italian team go through and reach the final. Despite the rivalry between Juventus and Inter, I'm very happy that an Italian team reached the final. So Italian football is still up there in the Olympus of the European football. And a quick update from La Continassa. Vlahović is back into training. Gatti, I mentioned before, was back but still has some problem, so we're still uncertain if he will play or not, while Bombshells is still out with Achilles tendon injury. Yıldız is still out because serving too much banned from his sent-off against Monza, so he will be absent against Lazio. Let's talk about market transfer a little bit. There is a lot of talking about our attack, especially Vlahović. As you know, Vlahović has 2 years left, has 1.5 years left contract, so his contract expires in 2026, and there is a clause in his contract that said that next year he will earn 12 million euros net. This goes beyond what Juventus is able to pay, and really a big stress for Juventus finances, and that's why they've been trying to spread this contract in 2 years. Vlahović entourage decided not to start conversation about this topic, so both of them, Juventus and Vlahović itself, are looking for an alternative solution. There are different options. There was an interest from Fenerbahce from Mourinho, but I don't think it's something that is going to happen, because for Vlahović is a step back. We do respect to Turkish football. If you are a 23 years old striker and you think in your prime, going to a league that doesn't have the high spotlights like Premier League or La Liga or Serie A is going to be kind of a step back. There is another news about Barcelona. Barcelona has shown really interest on Vlahović, and but Vlahović team has said that it's not going beyond the 12 million euros a year that is due to earn next year. So Barcelona has decided to slow down a little bit his interest, because Barcelona doesn't have a lot of cash to spend at the moment. So the latest news, and this was confirmed by Romeo Gresti last night, is that Arsenal has shown a serious interest about Vlahović. Arsenal is in really need of a striker with Vlahović characteristics, strong in the middle of the area, someone that really fight. And we know that the Premier League and English football is very physical, so it could be okay. From finance point of view, the wage, the request of the Vlahović entourage can be discussed, so Arsenal didn't say no straight away. So we are waiting and see what is going to happen from that front. We really hope, and Vlahović itself hope, that we find out a really good solution, and so Vlahović can move next season. Regarding Kopenhagen's season hasn't been great. I don't want to say awful, but he had a lot of problems. I don't think Juventus management is going to sell him, and for 2 reasons. First, there is no one nowadays that is willing to pay 40 or 50 million for him. Just want to remind you that we paid 60 million for him. And second, as a high expensive purchase, we want to give him another chance. He played quite well in Atalanta, so he's used to Italian football, so we can't say that he's not used to Italian football, but we want to give him another chance. We want him to train, to really get the physical preparation with the team as well, and see how it goes. And next year decide based on his performance, decide what to do next. The third one is Douglas Luiz. For Douglas Luiz, I've heard a lot of criticism about what he did against Bologna. I liked him because I can see a player that really knows how to maneuver and can dictate the passes. Of course, after so much complaint and so much discussion, we expect him to be more proactive and give something beyond natural, so really excel in what he does. He didn't do bad, but didn't do as well as we expect him to do. So for Douglas Luiz, a big question mark. The player wants to stay in Juventus, and we don't really know what Juventus thinking. It's most likely it is a decision that the next manager will take. And regarding the next manager, there are still question mark on who is going to be the next manager. Apparently Conte really wants to come back to Juventus with or without Champions League. It all depends on what De Laurentiis says. So we know that the relationship between these two is getting worse, it's deteriorating, but again, it's De Laurentiis has the last say. If he doesn't want Conte to leave, Conte won't leave and won't come to Juventus. Personally, I would say it all depends what kind of season will be next year. If we don't reach a Champions League, I don't think Conte will come. Especially if Conte wins a Scudetto, we might stay with Napoli to play Champions League and try to do something bigger in Napoli. So I'm still convinced that Tudor is the best option so far. That said, it's a big conversation. It's not only the manager, it's the management asset that needs to change. Of course, Conte push you, Juventus, to have a specific management, push you, manager, to take responsibility of the action. Tudor hasn't been that yet. Is still sorted out, understanding and try to figure out and try to achieve the fourth position and win this game. Regarding Tudor, in the last interview, he said that yes, the game against Lazio is important, against Bologna is important, but we have 3 games left, 12 points available. We need to play 3 finals, and we need to be focused and deliver on the result. I will talk about the end. One of the other journalists I'm following said he put all the data on ChatGPT, and ChatGPT says that Bologna will lose the 4th position, will end up in 5th, and Juventus will arrive in 4th. We can only hope, and we can be optimistic for the future, but we have 3 games left, and now we need to think game by game. We'll focus on Lazio, and we hope for the best. Thank you so much for your time. It was a quick video. I tried to be very punchy and straight to the point. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to us for this small project. Comment, ask, make your request, tell me what you want to see, what information you want to know, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.